welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then
Paredes concedes a free kick for that. That's not going far. Garnacho. Paredes. Alvarez. De Paul. Played out to the right. Oh, a delicate chip through. And the pass is intercepted. Fabian Ruiz. Yamal. Pedri. Yamal chooses to go cross-field. And it's Grimaldo. Oh, he's found support out wide. Climbs up big! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Paredes. Romero. Tagliafico. Lenormand gets over and intercepts. Grimaldo. Nico Williams. Lenormand. Pedro Porro, aim forwards. Now it's Morata. De Paul. Messi. Grimaldo. Nico Williams.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Otamendi. Messi. Otamendi. Paredes. McAllister. And here's Alvarez. Lenormand. Pedri. Lenormand forwards and with intent. Pedri. Grimaldo. Now it's Williams. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Grimaldo. Paredes. That is a little undercooked. Pedri. Grimaldo. Pedri. Zubimendi. Yamal. Argentina starting the game with good energy, looking to take control of proceedings if they can. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Ambitious ball here. Receives it in a good position here. Fabian Ruiz. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, they could break here. Grimaldo cuts out the pass. Pedro Porro. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Tagliafico. Garnacho. Paredes. McAllister. And here's Alvarez. Oh, it's come loose. Messi. Here comes the cross. Yamal. Pedri. Nico Williams. Spain are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Pedro Porro, probing pass. Yamal. McAllister with a fine tackle. Do have a chance to counter here. Lenormand. Grimaldo shifted upfield. Nico Williams. McAllister. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Alex Grimaldo. There's the header! Tries to get it clear. De Paul. Now, what about a counter-attack? Messi. Done delicately. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Subimendi. Lenormand. Nico Williams. Tagliafico attempts a clearance. De Paul. Up towards the front line. Kubasi. Subimendi. Lenormand. Pau Kubasi looks to the other side. That'll be a throw. And it's Ruiz. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Spain presented with a golden opportunity here. Well, the players are pleading, but it's not going to convince him to change his mind now.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Spain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Pedri. And here's Nico Williams. And here's Yamal. Out to the right. Pedro, bullish header! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, usually you're going to get punished.
De Paul. Montiel. Spain are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Paredes. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Kubasi. Lenormand gently done. Pedri. Nico Williams. And it's Grimaldo. Williams. Pings in across. It's a loose ball. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Argentina, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening.
Could be danger here. Morata! Paredes. Messi. That's really well manoeuvred. And back to the goalkeeper. The message is clear, none shall pass. And it's played forward. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Pedri. And here's Yamal. Moved on forwards. Can he spark a counter here? And that is as far as they're going to go. Otamendi. Tagliafico. That's really well manoeuvred. Now that's well seen too. Fabian Ruiz. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Zubimendi. And it's Zubimendi. And that has been clubbed away. And that's a throw-in. Fabian Ruiz. And he's lost his man here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Romero. Fabian Ruiz. Lenormand. Pedri. And here's Nico Williams. That is good strength. Now it's Pedri. And it's Ruiz. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Messi carries the ball down the right. De Paul. Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Al-Kubasi with the clearance. And it's McAllister. McAllister. And here's Garnacho. A lovely bit of skill. De Paul. Spain looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Oh, good ball! Great work on the overlap. And that's going to be a goal kick.
Spain have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Fabian Ruiz. Morata. It's Morata! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
And here's Alvarez. Oh, such a clever touch. Messi. And it's Rodrigo. De Paul! Raya trying to keep this in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Garnacho. McAllister. Nico Williams. Chance here to counter. Calmly anticipates. Fabian Ruiz. Pedri. Nico Williams. And it's Grimaldo. Now the delivery. And a goal kick. Otamendi gently done. Alvarez played out towards the right wing. Defending of the desperate variety. Pedro Porro. Tagliafico. McAllister. Paredes. Tagliafico has it in a wide position. First half is done, so a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, every now and again we get a bit lucky, Peter, don't we? And this is an absolute treat. A tremendous spectacle for the neutrals, but a bit of a nightmare for the fans and two managers.
Spain leading 1-0 at the break. So off we go once more. Spain carrying a one-goal lead. Messi. Grimaldo gets across to intercept that. Nico Williams takes control of it and he's on the move. And that is out of play. Messi. Paredes. McAllister. Tagliafico. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Montiel. Messi. Montiel picks it up now. That's very neat. There are a few waiting for it. Montiel, and he's gone backward here. No way through, so back it comes.
Alvarez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedri. Now this could be a chance. McAllister. Alvarez. Garnacho. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Pedro Porro. And it's played forward. Yamal. And it's Porro. It's gone for a throw-in. Pedro Porro. It's going to be another throw. Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz plays it in. Tagliafico. Paredes. And it's Messi. Nice physical challenge. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. McAllister. Yamal. Nico Williams. Pedri. Zubimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Oh, nice touch. And here's Yamal. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Spain have themselves a chance from the spot. Well, they can protest all they want, but a shake of the head is all they're going to get.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Kubasu. Fabian Ruiz. Zubimendi. Pedri. Pau Kubasi forwards and with intent. Montiel. Romero shifted upfield. De Paul.
Spain have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Grimaldo.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Zubimendi. Lenormand, played over towards the opposite flank. De Paul. That's a nicely shaped ball. He'll try to keep this alive. Hefty! That's a foul. It could be a penalty. Spain really could have done without this. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
And that's one back. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
Argentina get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Zubimendi. Pedro Porro. Yamal. And it's Porro. That is a brilliant interception. Cleared without complication. Kubasi. Just about up to the hour now. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Kubasi.
Look at the way that back line is coming under serious pressure. High pressing that's being applied with real pace too.
Yeah, can see that.
Yeah, it's pretty sapping, especially at this stage, Peter, but they need to be quick with the press here.
Messi. Garnacho. And he's following up! Oh, taken with style!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. Argentina, the danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's Grimaldo. Tagliafico gets it away. clear it in. Pedro Porro. Zubimendi. And they can counter here. Fabian Ruiz in acres of space out wide. Tagliafico clears it away. Dybala aim forwards. Tagliafico. Garnacho. De Paul. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Yamal. Grimaldo, forwards and with intent. De Paul. Well timed, excellent interception. Yamal. Zubimendi. Pedro Porro. Yamal, gently done. Montiel. De Paul. Otamendi. De Paul. Paredes. Moved on forwards. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Yamal. Pedro Porro looking to hit the byline here. Yamal. Yamal's cross. Otamendi can get it clear. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Messi. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. That has been cut short. Dybala. Alvarez. And here's Garnacho. Over to the left. And here's Alvarez. And a chance! It's anyone. And Messi! Lacking in accuracy.
Argentina really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
Yamal, and he goes cross-field. Pedri. Grimaldo. And here's Nico Williams. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Kubasi. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, good spread. Dybala. Romero. Paredes. Otamendi. Zubimendi. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Morata.
Spain really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And it's played forward. Kubasi. Zubimendi. Grimaldo on 2 now and looking for 3. Pedri. The Paul did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Romero. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Garnacho. Garnacho. Pedro Porro gets in to thwart him.
Argentina clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
De Paul. Dybala. Garnacho. Now he's off and running. Yamal does really well to win the ball there. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And it's Porro. Fabian Ruiz. That looks a good cross.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Montiel. Romero. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Garnacho. Tagliafico. Alvarez. De Paul. Paredes. Oh, that's neat. Here's the chance to cross. Alvarez.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Oh, the protests are futile. The decision is made. Late drama.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And they've turned it round. Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, it's the type of call that can't be given if there's even the slightest doubt. It had to be spot on.
Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Pedri. Now it's Williams. Pedri. And here's Ruiz. And he shoots! He is just caressing the ball. Zubimendi.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Montiel. Oh, can he get onto this? Nico Williams. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And it's Ruiz. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Morata shoots! Messi. Oh, played right into his path. Fernandes. He's shifting through the gears here. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Romero. Otamendi. Romero. Paredes. Yamal. Nico Williams. Williams! And for a moment, time stood still. Well, it wasn't. And that is that. Spain illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole